And two players who, well, now know a thing or two about winning European Tour events.
Auch das Finale wird über die Distanz Best of 11 Legs gespielt. Wer 6 Legs gewinnt, holt sich das Preisgeld von 25.000 Pfund. Und der Caller dieses Finals ist the Puppy George Noble.
As our MC, Elmar Polka, lets the crowd know what's going to happen. First to 6, best of 11 in this European Darts Trophy final. George Noble presiding over it. Michael van Gerwen, the world #1, winner of 4 European Tour events already this year, 12 in total. Mensur Suljovic, winner of 1, and that was just last weekend. I'm Chris Murphy, and in the commentary box with me is Paul Nicholson, a former European Tour finalist himself. Paul, how do you see this one going?
Well, both players really brought their game into the semi-finals, so this is boiling up to quite a crescendo. How do I see it going? Well, it's close, isn't it? Because Suljovic, he can handle it now. He's been there, he's done it. We will see if he can live with the world #1.
Mensur Suljovic on a run of 9 straight wins on the European Tour stage.
First leg, Mensur to throw first. Game on.
If he makes it a perfect 10, he'd be leaving with a title and another £25,000 cheque.
Probably a little jump in the rankings too. 2 finals in 2 weeks, in 2 tournaments. Will it
100
be 2 wins for Suljovic? He couldn't even make a final until last week, and now he's made 2 in 8 days.
85.
Like buses, Paul. European Tour finals.
That's on the assumption that the same rule applies in Austria. I get the feeling with the amount of money that Mensur Suljovic has made over the last couple of years, he doesn't need to take the bus.
85.
Interesting approach to this tournament from Mensur Suljovic, because apparently he spent so much time celebrating his first PDC title victory that he's done absolutely no preparation at all for this event, no practice. He's been meeting friends and family in Austria and celebrating that victory because it was a huge deal for him. And he's getting a taste for it. He finds himself back in the decider again.
Now, we're not going to say that he was celebrating last week like Darren Clarke did when he won the Open. He was celebrating by doing lots of interviews and talking about it.
95.
And to be honest with you, I think what Mensur's done this week is perfect, because sometimes you play so much on that hockey over the course of
96.
a tournament, your body just needs a break. And these guys get enough practice and competitive practice in these games to take them into another week. The likelihood is Suljovic might not touch another dart until next Friday, which is when he'll be going to Sindelfingen.
He could be on a hat trick. Imagine that.
140.
Well, you never know. But 12 darts thrown.
170.
And all of a sudden,
Mensur, you
he's
require
got to take
81.
us out now. He's taken out a few finishes today. Some with that characteristic double 14. This is pretty conventional though. Treble 19. Or treble 15.
Double 18 that leaves.
And
that leaves nothing, and Mensur Suljovic is ahead in this final.
Game on.
The headbutt is ahead of the right hook.
Yeah, you've been keeping a kind of tally chart, Paul, on how many Mensur Suljovic headbutts
60
have been required this weekend. Every leg in this final is going to be big for him, so I imagine we'll get one for every winning leg.
Well, in one leg against James Wade, I'm sure there was a double headbutt. So that's why I'm keeping count, and I have made an oath to myself that every time I do commentating work for the European Tour now, I am going to be Suljovic's biggest watcher.
100.
Because I'm going to count every headbutt. It's even got its own hashtag now, people. Mensa headbutt.
Michael van Gerwen lands the first maximum of this final.
He certainly does. And what a right hook he landed when he hit that double 10 in the semi-final. I would not like to be on the end of that.
Yeah, certainly did, Michael van Gerwen, taken all the way by Kim Huybrechts. Mensur Suljovic has coasted into this final, dropping only 7 legs en route.
Yeah, Suljovic, through the course of the European Darts Trophy here in Mulheim, has played 31 legs up until the final. Michael van Gerwen has played 5 more. He's at 36.
81.
It's quite an impressive lineup when you dissect it. 6-0 first. Obviously, a 6-3 win over Ian White is very, very impressive in any tournament, in any place. 6-1 over Wright. That was probably, in my opinion,
140.
the steadiest performance of the weekend. But a 6-3 win against Wade, he just reeled off a number of legs in a row, and it was just a wow performance.
Well, those last two that you just mentioned, Peter Wright, Mensah Suljovic had never beaten before. So he got over that hurdle there, and he was 3-1 down against James Wade, 5 legs in a row to win the match. Michael van Gerwen has left 40 in this leg. Suljovic has left 161, and he's got the first requisite treble. Can't find the second, so MVG will come back for top.
Michael require 40.
Well, are we going to see another marathon here? Yeah, he bent the wire in the right direction. 1-1.
Mentor to throw first.
Warming up nicely.
It really is. It's been hot in here all weekend. It's been white hot on that stage tonight. Darts to remember.
Well, this pair clashed in
130.
a European Tour event last year, the European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen, and there was plenty of darts like this because Mensah Suljovic won that match despite Michael van Gerwen averaging over 111.
So what you're saying is that Mensah Suljovic can live with the best of them.
109.7 himself, he averaged in that one. A 6-4 win against Michael van Gerwen. In fact, they've met 6 times.
45.
Suljovic has won half of those contests.
I very much doubt there's anybody on Planet Darts who's got a much better record than that.
140.
Oh, he was teasing us yet again, but on the Suljovic throw, he's put pedal to the metal.
Yeah, he certainly has. Smelling blood early on, Michael van Gerwen looking for a very fast break. Well, this is a fantastic response from Mensah with 174. And of course, it's left and out.
It has.
134.
Well, he said it was warming up, Murph.
Mensah, you require 152.
For a fever pitch right now, these guys really are on top form. And people will say about last week that Suljovic won
60.
when Wadey and Van Gerwen were missing, but if he wins this tournament, he's taking care of both of them.
Michael van Gerwen is taking care of business here. An 11 dart break and throw.
Game on.
Didn't you say that Michael van Gerwen looks at the 25 grand winner's check and says, that's my money? And his way of claiming that is, right, you're in my way, you're in my way, you're in my way, and how dare you take my money, so you're in my way as well.
Yeah, basically, if Michael van Gerwen were not to win this final, he'd regard it as losing 15 grand rather than winning 10.
It's a very dangerous mentality, that.
40.
Well, very intriguing stuff so far. Van Gerwen really has asked the question of Suljovic to say, how good are you right now?
130.
Well, he certainly landed the first blow. There's no doubt about that with that break. But he needs to find a treble here. And he
59.
doesn't.
There were some frailties in the game against Hybrex. There were missed doubles. So you've got to think that Suljovic, the way he's playing, will get chances. But those chances he will have to take to get himself to the leg 5 mark and give himself the opportunity to throw for the match.
Well, he got a big break, Michael van Gerwen, in the 9th leg against Hybrex, only for Kim to break straight back and force the deciding leg, and he didn't get a double, but he had a shot at 80
58.
to knock MVG
Mensah,
out.
you require 84.
Yes, he did.
And it looks like Suljovic could break back straight away here.
Well, he's going for 25. That would have left 59. That's a 7. So 77. But he hit the jackpot. He might just do that. 2 10s. 2 10s it is.
And a full flag.
And another
Mensah
headbutt.
Suljovic.
Stitch that, MVG.
5th leg, Mensah to throw
Well, you
first.
said that MVG asked a
Game
question
on.
of Mensah. There's the answer.
Yeah, that was University Challenge worthy. Remember what University Suljovic went to? School of hard knocks, probably. School of life.
100.
Well, he was top of the class last week in Risa, and he could be again here. Mensah Suljovic, and he's showing the crowd his appreciation. He certainly had the crowd on his side in that final last weekend.
I tell you what, the amount of appreciation he's been showing these crowds in Germany, he's going to get a sore thumb.
But Michael van Gerwen has won his last 5 finals on the European Tour.
100.
But he has lost finals.
He certainly has. Mensah hasn't.
140.
You said that with a twinkle in your eye.
Look at that already. The averages are up where they were in that game that we spoke about just a minute ago. Both players between 109 and 110 after 4.5 legs.
And interestingly enough, the first 9 and the overall average are very similar. So it couldn't be set better than what it is right now. There's a marked difference between the visual idiosyncrasies of the 2 players. MVG just getting on with it. Hasn't celebrated as much as he used to in this tournament, but Suljovic, heart on sleeve stuff.
Well, he might if he pops out this 170 checkout to break back.
Might just do.
105.
Well, we know how good Suljovic is at hitting the 96 checkout. How good is Van Gerwen on 170? He can fit it underneath. Didn't quite give it enough juice.
105.
So Suljovic
Mensah,
wants
you require
96 to hold and edge ahead again.
Well, if he hits this, the crowd are going to go bonkers.
Treble 20 to the start. He'll go for treble 16 now. And that leaves
68.
So we all knew what it leaved, and we didn't expect him to miss it.
No, we didn't. What's Van Gerwen going to do? Is he going to go for the bull? He's got the bull. He's got a 7. But he
61.
hasn't got the double.
So
So
you require 28.
these are the chances. It's on his throw. Should hit it. Will it be the first? Will it be the second? Or will it be the anchor dart?
Well, you fancy it'll be one of them, with Mensah Suljovic eyeing up double 14, his favourite double on the board. But it's not the first. Oh, it's not the second.
No score.
That's
Michael,
what nerves
you
can
require
do.
4.
Even if it's your favourite, you've still got to hit it. Madhouse.
No score.
And I did say that Van Gerwen was messing on some doubles this
So you
week.
require 28.
And you don't give Suljovic another visit at 14s. That's like the #1 of don'ts in the dictionary of darts.
Suljovic taking his time, having a drink, getting a bit more chalk on his fingers. Going back to double 14. He's missed 4 darts at this already in this leg, but that was a massive chance for Michael van Gerwen to break.
I don't think he's missed 4 darts at double 14 this weekend. And now he's missed 5. Not 6.
Mensah Suljovic.
And there we go. Headbutt number 20.
6 leg Michael to throw first.
Well,
100.
around the halfway stage of this final, and Mensah Suljovic has the lead.
Well, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's frantic in here, and it's living up to the billing.
60.
If Suljovic can win this tournament, what does that do for his reputation?
140.
It does a lot for his reputation, it does a lot for his bank balance, his rankings, his climbing up. He's going to be threatening the top 10 if he carries on like this, Mensah Suljovic.
Well, it wouldn't be a shock, because the way he's played, the sheer consistency of the man over the last 2 years,
140.
we've harped on about it a lot in the last couple of weeks. But now, he's proving something.
105.
It's like he's trying to say to us, you know what? I can win on the European Tour. I can do it again. But I'm not going to stop there. I said last week that his best opportunity to win a major is the Grand Prix because of his doubles prowess. Well, he's not bothered about that right now. He wants to beat Michael van Gerwen. in Mulheim, Germany.
96. Men, so you require 161.
Well, this would pick his pocket. 161. Well, there's the first part. Can you, Mensah? Can you, Mensah? Oh, move the wire.
36. Michael requires 60.
Sweet Jesus, what are we watching? Tops for Van Gerwen for 3-3.
50.
Van Gerwen is giving Suljovic too many shots at doubles.
Men, so you require 25.
He's going to pay the price, and he knows it.
Well, this is for a break and a 4-2 lead. Van Gerwen missed 4 darts double in the last leg. He's missed 2 in this leg now. And the crowd giving Mensah Suljovic some moral support, some vocal support. And now he wants double 8 for daylight. Delight for Mensah Suljovic. 4-2, and he has the throw. And is Mensah Suljovic going to win his second tournament in a week and beat the best player in the world in doing it?
Now, there was a shake of the head from Van Gerwen in the background, and I don't blame him for that, because he has missed too many darts at doubles in the last couple of legs. It was a different game 2 legs ago. Now, Suljovic has got control.
60.
And it's pretty hard to wrestle control from a man who's on a streak.
Michael Van Gerwen is not the type of man that wants to be stood on that stage at the end, watching Mensah Suljovic picking up the check and the trophy will simply the best blasting out around this arena.
Well, if he wins another tournament, he might be simply the blessed.
100.
It's one of those games where I kind of don't want to talk about it. I just want to sit and watch it.
93.
But it's not over yet. We know about Van Gerwen's ability to sprint when he needs to. He's going to have to dig into his pocket now and find a little piece of magic.
As we said, though, Mensah Suljovic has not been blessed in this tournament. He's not ridden his luck at all. He completely deserves to be where he is.
I'll tell you what, if there was a player of the month, it'd probably be Suljovic. We're only halfway through September. September's mental. Tournament last week, tournament this week. We're going to Sindelfingen next week. What are we going to see there?
Probably Mensah Suljovic in the final, I imagine, if it carries on like this.
Yeah.
100.
I'll tell you what, I don't get sick of watching the same players when the darts is this good. Another one of those. Well, the perfect way to get back in the game is to win the next leg. And he missed the ball on a 161.
Yeah, he did. He threatened that one. Found the 2 trebles that he needed. Couldn't find the double. It was the smallest on the board. But this time Van Gerwen, well, this is for a break back.
100.
Right, can't mess around this time.
40.
No messing MPG.
Right
in the middle of the stick.
Evelyn Michael to throw first. Game on.
Well, nice and calm, composed. Straight back in.
140.
I think the experience of Van Gerwen now, he knows not to panic. He's been in this situation probably a million times. Right, someone's thrown the kitchen sink at me. He'll come back with an even bigger kitchen and throw it back at his opponent.
And he knows what to expect in terms of pace of play and all that kind of thing. The more Mensah's around and the more he's doing well, the more these players have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
And Mensah, we've mentioned it a few times in commentary, he's in his own little zone on stage. It's like he's the only person up there and he's going to do what he feels comfortable with, regardless of whether it upsets his opponent or not.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, he's got his little bubble. He protects his bubble, and he doesn't let anybody inside it.
51.
Tell you what, that bubble's probably worth London house prices by now, the way he's playing.
Well, that was a slip into the treble 4 from Michael Van Gerwen, but it still leaves a finish, albeit the biggest one.
That's how good he is. He misses what he's going for, and he still leaves a 170.
98. Michael, you've got 170.
Well, it's a partisan crowd, but even they would cheer this. It's all good.
130.
It's all good because Suljovic is languished. Van Gerwen is turning up the heat.
Yeah, missed doubles earlier in the match, but pegged tops at the first attempt in the last leg.
140.
That was to take us back on draw. This will be to take us level and set up an effective best of 3 for this title.
Michael van Gerwen, though, still has to break Mensah Suljovic to win this tournament. He's done the first thing, got back on terms, and he's getting his little streak together.
And is he going to end Mensah Suljovic's winning streak? 9 matches in a row on the European Tour.
Yeah, he's finding it now. He'll stay there.
140.
Feels like he can get them so close together. It's a gift what he has. Much like Chisnell and Anderson.
In fact, Michael van Gerwen has that same winning streak because he won the tournament before and he wasn't in the last one.
135.
That's some pretty good punditry, Murph.
41.
Talking about 2 winners here, both on a streak. That's the perfect final, isn't it?
Well, one of them's got to lose this time.
It can't be a draw. Well, the momentum has shifted now.
Suljovic is first to a finish.
60.
He's going to have at least 6 starts from this one, 6-7. So Michael van Gerwen could be faced with the prospect of having to win the last 2 legs.
He'd much rather have been 5-4 up and thrown for the match than being under the pressure of having to hold and having to break in the final 2 legs.
131.
That's a fantastic setup shot from Mensah, leaving double 18.
Isn't it just?
Van Gerwen needs a treble to even be on a finish.
90. Mensah, you require 36.
Or a double.
That'll do. Just in case. But you get the feeling he's not coming back. Or is he? Now! Suljovic, 5-4. Van Gerwen at the point of no return.
Back against the wall, Michael van Gerwen.
140.
Mensah Suljovic is 1 leg away from winning a second consecutive PDC title, just 7 days after clinching his first. Now, in that final leg last week, he had a bit of a shocker to start with, to be honest, and Kim Huybrechts gifted it him on a silver salver.
He had a good doubles percentage. 1 from 1.
Yeah, in that last leg, that's the most important dart, is the double that wins the match. Always
Absolutely.
is. Michael van Gerwen rattles in a maximum.
180s for sure, doubles for door. Hey, I got it right this time.
100.
Looking like 5-5. This tournament does deserve a final leg shootout. Much like last week's. European darts over the last couple of weeks has really delivered.
There's been so many 6-5s. Suljovic looking to apply a bit of pressure with MVG waiting on 76. And he's saying to Michael van Gerwen, don't you dare miss.
Don't you dare miss. Michael van Gerwen, double 8. 2 4s. 2 4s it is! We're going all the way. 10 legs down, 1 leg to go.
11 from final leg.
1 champion will be crowned in 2 to 2.5 minutes, maybe 3.
All comes down to this indeed. Mensah Suljovic will have the throw in this deciding leg of the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy here in Mulheim, and how important will that prove to be?
Deja vu. This happened last week. He did say he was a bit ropey in leg 11 last week, but he's already better.
85.
1 loose start. Michael van Gerwen will be happy to see that. And will he be jumping all over it? Will he be jumping all over it? Will he?
180.
Round 1 to the right hook. Suljovic knows exactly what he's got to do now. He's not going to get the kind of chances that he did last week, you would think. But
60.
Van Gerwen's got the darts.
Already taken the darts with the max. Follows it in.
140.
With a 140, and this is a champion's last leg. So far, it has to be said, it isn't over yet, as Kim Huybrechts found out last weekend.
He's playing like a man who's won 12 European titles.
60.
Oh, funny that, because he has. It might be 13 in a minute. He might go having 10 darts.
Well, what a setup that is. Michael van Gerwen has left the double after 9 darts in a deciding leg against the throw. And it looks like it's him who's going to continue his winning streak. MVG steps forward. Double 16 for the title. And he does it. 11 darts to win it. Michael van Gerwen wins the thrilling final here in Mulheim. He's a European Darts Trophy champion. Take nothing away from Mensur Suljovic. Credit in defeat. What a match ball. What a tournament.
What a tournament indeed. And Michael Smith's run is over. 2 titles over the last couple of years. Michael van Gerwen is now the champion. His streak continues. But Mensur Suljovic, his momentum keeps going. Another final for him. 2 in a week. My God, we were treated this week to some fantastic darts. Great spirit from both guys. And we've seen a lot of great spirit from all the players this week, Murph. I am proud to be a dart player after watching this week.
Yeah, winning return for Michael van Gerwen, his 5th European Tour title of the year, a 5-star performance, a 5-star tournament. The European Tour returns next weekend with the European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen. Join us for that. See if Michael van Gerwen will be in another final and get another title. Maybe Mensur Suljovic will be. Thanks for joining us here. The presentation party will be out in a minute. But Michael van Gerwen is top of the class in Mulheim.
Runner-up der Happy Bad European Darts Trophy 2016 und damit geht ein Preisgeld von 10.000 Pfund an The Gentle Mensur Suljovic. Und der Sieger der Happy Bad European Darts Trophy 2016 und damit geht ein Preisgeld von 25.000 Pfund an MVG Mighty Mike Michael van Gerwen. Michael, congratulations. Very, very strong in the deciding leg. You played 11 darts. That was just perfect.
I think the last leg was something special, but I also had to do it. We always winding each other up in the practice room and things like that. And then you want to play well on the stage like this. And he's got his own way of throw. He throws slow, and I throw really fast. So it was really difficult for me, especially the way how he played. And Mensur, he's in form, and he showed that last week in Riesa, and I had to stop him. I had to stop him this weekend, and I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, and that's the first to win in Mülheim. I know you are collecting titles, you know.
Yeah, this is my I think 14th or 15th win this year already, and I'm really glad. I only live close by, so I live probably closer by than Mensur.
That's right.
No, yeah, but it's amazing to win a tournament like this, and I want to thank the fans and everyone who turned up, and the organization and the PDC, of course.
Also Michael sagt, das war ein besonderes Match gegen Mensur. Sie haben sich schon unten im Playoffs-Bereich immer wieder so ein bisschen geärgert und angestichelt. Und er musste heute einen besonderen Moment schaffen, um Mensur zu bezwingen. Das hat er getan mit diesem 11. Leg. Und er ist froh, das Turnier zu gewinnen. Er lebt nicht weit von hier weg, nur eine gute Autostunde entfernt. Und er hat jetzt Mülheim zum ersten Mal gewonnen. Es ist sein 15. Turniersieg im Jahr 2016. Mensur, komm zu mir bitte. Nach deinem Sieg von Riesa jetzt die zweite Finalteilnahme nacheinander. Auch wenn man das Finale gerne gewinnen würde. Tolles Turnier, Kompliment.
Absolut super Turnier von mir. Danke Publikum, danke an meine Fans, danke an Familie, danke an alle. Aber leider, ich habe letzter Leg ein bisschen schlecht gespielt. Ich wollte ihn unbedingt heute bezwingen, aber leider absolut der Bessere.
Michael, are we going to see you next week in Sindelfingen? That's the next European Tour event.
Of course I'm going to a Sindelfingen.
Please no.
Yeah.
Please no.
Yes, sorry man, so I'm going next week. No, I'm going next week. I missed last week because I was injured, and I feel good again. I feel I played well from tonight, and I hope I can show everyone also next week. But first I'm going to celebrate this trophy.
Great to have you here. Thank you very much. Michael van Gerwen, er wird also auch das nächste European Tour Event bestreiten. Es ist ja bereits schon das kommendes Wochenende in Sindelfingen. Und jetzt werden die